I just thought of something. With the main character in this movie, Ember, having a temper, I just thought, imagine a conversation between her and Anger from Inside Out. Just imagine that, a potential crossover with Inside Out and Elemental in the future sometime. Hey movie buffs, I'm Jack Benner and welcome to my review of Elemental. Elemental is a recent film from Pixar that came out this summer. The setting is in Element City where fire, water, land, and air live together. Our two main characters, Wade and Ember, who are both fire and water elements, they meet when Ember accidentally at a shop her family runs causes a leak that brings in Wade. The more time they spend together and get to know each other, one question is, what if elements can mix? I adore Pixar my whole life as they're not only influential for my love of animation, but film in general. They made not only some of my favorite animated films of all time, but some of my favorite films of all time. From the Toy Story movies, including the fourth one, which I still absolutely love, Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo, The Incredibles, Ratatouille, WALL-E, Up, Inside Out, Coco, Soul. Their movies are beautifully animated, funny, heartfelt. They have memorable characters, but they're also excellent at making family films that both kids and adults can resonate with. In particular, whenever they tackle an original idea, I'm always excited to see it. And the trailers for Elemental did look promising and did have an interesting concept. And I was looking forward to Elemental. It was one of my most anticipated animated films of the year, even if Pixar does have a history of not so great trailers to movies that are absolutely fantastic. And this movie came out mid-June. It came out 2 weeks after Spider-Verse, and I was busy at the time of its release, and there were other movies I was more focused on seeing than Elemental, sadly. And I finally saw Elemental in theaters on Labor Day weekend. I saw my phone in Fandango. It was playing at the two local theaters that I usually go to. I was like, shoot, Elemental, I haven't seen that yet. Do you want to see it? Found the time to. While I don't think this is quite a top tier Pixar movie, not quite my top 10 or even 15, I still think Elemental is another really good film and addition to Pixar's filmography. Let's start this review with the pros. Right out of the way, the animation is absolutely spectacular and gorgeous to the max, as always with Pixar. Everything from the animation, how colorful, vibrant, the unique character designs of the elements, unique world building, the setting, attention to detail is all excellent across the board. I feel like even in a weaker Pixar movie, Pixar never ever fails in that department at always making the animation look incredible and almost to the point of photorealism. And our two main characters, Wade and Ember, do make for a terrific duo. I've heard many people say this is Pixar's first attempt at a romantic comedy, and I can definitely see that. Wade and Amber both make for likable, sympathetic, and well-developed characters with excellent chemistry and an entertaining duo to watch. And if I were to do a top 10 list of my favorite Pixar duos, I feel like there's a chance they would be on there or maybe an honorable mention. And what I love about Elemental is this film maintains that Pixar magic with the humor and heart. While it is a very funny film, Pixar doesn't forget that heart as well. This movie focuses a lot on parenthood, immigration, and what is it that you really want to do in your life and finding your passion and what you're good at. This film is actually a personal story for Peter Sohn, who directed this film, and you may also remember him as the voice actor for Socks in Lightyear, who was easily the best character in that movie. And Elemental is a personal story for him with his family emigrating from Korea to the US and living their life there. And I really appreciated how maturely they were handled, never feeling cheesy or too heavy-handed, just hitting just the right notes. And I also want to give props to Thomas Newman's score. He's done excellent work in Pixar movies before, like Finding Nemo and WALL-E, and Elemental is a great addition to his musical scores. Sadly, I do have a few problems with this movie. I will get to those right now. First, this movie is pretty predictable. There were parts of this movie where I knew where the story was going to go. This is going to happen then. This is going to happen next. And there were some cliches that did occur between the second and third act where I just thought, okay, they are doing this again. This is going to happen there. And as in terms of humor and heart, I don't think it's quite as strong as other Pixar movies. In conclusion, while I don't think Elemental is a top tier Pixar movie and it can be predictable at times, Elemental is a funny, sweet, charming, and endearing addition to Pixar's filmography. With incredibly gorgeous animation with creative world building, unique character designs, likable characters, and a great emotional core at its center. Even if it does have a simple story, I feel like it succeeds in its simplicity. I'm really glad I got to see this movie in theaters way before it hit Disney+, and also happy after a pretty weak opening weekend grossing $29 million on its opening weekend, on its subsequent weekends it started to gross more and more money. I felt like the good word of mouth did help this movie to better box office, it does show with good word of mouth that this and Puss in Boots 2 that good word of mouth can help an animated movie at the box office. And also with its high views on Disney Plus, I'm really glad that people are loving Elemental, and I think it is a really good Pixar movie. And now to grade it, I'm going to give Elemental 4 stars out of 5, a B+. I think 2023 has been proving to be a great year for animation. This, Nimona, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, and of course still my favorite film of the year so far, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, as well as other animated films coming out for the remainder of the year that I'm excited for. Wish looks promising, I'm excited for Chicken Run 2, and also The Boy and the Heron, Hayao Miyazaki is back. I am super excited for that one. And Pixar has got 2 movies coming out next year, Elio, which looks promising and decent, and a sequel I have been waiting for, Inside Out 2. I am a little worried that Pete Docter is not directing Inside Out 2, but the sequel is happening. I've been waiting for a sequel to Inside Out ever since I've seen the first movie. I can't wait for it next year. And also, since I did get to see this movie in theaters, I also do want to talk about the Up short film, Carl's Day, before the movie. I have kind of missed these Pixar short films I love seeing before the movie started. And since Up is my all-time favorite Pixar movie, I love that short film. It was funny, it was heartwarming, and it was also great to hear Ed Asner's voice as Carl Fredricksen one more time, and he did record that one before he passed away. Rest in peace. And where would I rank Elemental in my Pixar ranking? I would probably rank it at number 18, with Luca still the good tier in my Pixar ranking. And with the love for this movie at the box office and on Disney Plus, I have a feeling it will get nominated for Best Animated Film, although I don't think it has a shot at winning, with Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse being the frontrunner. I feel like it's just a happy to be here nominee for Pixar in that category. After Onward, Luca, and Turning Red, I feel like this will be another addition to that. And a question I would like to ask you guys, what is your all-time favorite Pixar movie? Let me know in the comments below. And my favorite Pixar movie of all time, Up. That is a masterpiece. It's one of my favorite animated films of all time. It makes me cry every time. I adore Up. And I would also like to hear from you guys. What do you guys think of Elemental? If you've seen it, do you agree, disagree with my review? Or if you haven't seen it, are you looking forward to checking out the film or not? Let me know in the comments below. Did you enjoy hearing my thoughts on this movie and want to see more reviews like this in the future? If yes, please hit that like and subscribe button if you're new here, and don't forget that notification bell for my next upload in the future. It really means a lot. And until the next video, I'm Jack Benner, and look forward to another movie review.